Hello, I'm Brian Foster, and I'm talking about Spiritism, brought to us by Allan Kardec, codified by Allan Kardec in the 1850s. You can find his books if you put in your search engine, Allan Kardec, Kardec, space PDF. You'll find all of his books for free. Now, today I want to talk about the attraction of the soul to the body. And there was an interesting vignette in it from the book Through the Mist. And it is available on PDF, and I will put it in the information below this video. The spirit who wrote it, who wished to be nameless, died in an accident in the late 19th century. The spirit was not a spiritist, but what he says reveals a lot about the spirit world, and Spiritism can explain more of what he said. And because Spiritism understands why we're here, who we are, the organization and processes of the spirit world. And you can explore all of this on your own too. Let me begin. After the spirit died, he awoke on a plane. He spent some time trying to figure out where he was, until another spirit, who had been sent to help a different newly departed soul close to him, told him he was in the spirit realm. And he sat there pondering for a while, when a woman spirit that he had helped in the physical world came to him to lead him away from the landing zone for the newly passed to another location. He questioned why he could not stay longer. She told him they're on the plane. It is too close to Earth and its influences, that he may be drawn back towards Earth. Here is the dialogue that was recorded by the medium. This is what she said. The attraction of your body when the dissolution takes place so suddenly, as in your case, the magnetic link is not completely severed for a short time, and the soul feels an almost irresistible desire to go back towards the body. The same experience is common to friends still in the body. Then she said this poem. Full many a time they say goodbye, yet they still linger at the door. And when they tear themselves apart, love cries, come back one moment more. It was to break this influence and set you free that I asked you at first to come home with me. It was too strong upon you then, but now you can accomplish it, so we will go. And that was in the book Through the Mist, page 21 on the PDF version. The workings of the spirit world are exposed in this small dialogue. As a spirit, when we reincarnate, there is a fundamental attraction that draws us to inhabit the physical body. Spirits have described the enveloping of a fertilized egg in the uterus as the spirit surrounds the embryo and then shrinks itself until it fully encompasses the new baby. That spiritual covering is the perispirit, which connects itself to every cell in the physical body. Therefore, that strong attraction doesn't merely disappear in a flash, but it lingers on, which illustrates the process used to forge the bond between flesh and spirit. Spirits incarnating from one of the levels of heaven voluntarily merge themselves with the fetus. But the majority of incarnations are from unfortunate souls in the lower zones in the dark abyss, a type of purgatory, whereby they are assigned a birth and have no say in the matter. Creating an irresistible attraction for their spirit to connect to the embryo serves a definite purpose, since many do not wish to return to Earth once again. The newly dead spirit dives deeper into this phenomena. This is what he said. Do all these who are lying here feel that attraction? And the answer, yes, but they are induced to leave as soon as possible. I see some are not detained at all. And then she said, no, they have grown weary of the body and readily part with us, so have nothing to hinder their going to their homes at once. He asked, how long does the attraction usually last? And she answered, it varies considerably, as frequently circumstances over which the soul has no control are exercised to prevent the desired freedom. For instance, many are held in restraint by grief of friends long after the influence of the body has been overcome. Then he asked, how can that be? Then she said, I have told you that love is the greatest power we know. Of this the soul is conscious, so as soon as it leaves the body. And the perturbation of friends have therefore a sympathetic attraction, too strong for its resistance. It forms an anchor which binds the spirit to the earth. Sometimes we have much difficulty in counteracting the pernicious influences of grief. which love would certainly prompt the bereaved ones to restrain if they could once be made to witness the effect it produces. Then he said, "But is not the spirit compelled to come away?" And she said, "No, we use no force in this life under any circumstances. Every person retains the use of his free will, the exercise of which invariably produces its own reward or punishment." Then he said, "Well, the old life has not many attractions for me, and I have no desire to renew it upon the same terms. So we will do as you desire. Go forward." And that was Through the Mist, page 21. Once the basic premise of the spirit realm is understood, thought is action, when we are scheduled to incarnate by our superiors in the spirit realm, we have an urge to connect with the new embryo. Directives are put into our mind, and then we act upon them. Our thoughts compel us to shrink down in order to be born again of earth. But we do not live in a land where only we think. We live in a universe of thinking spirits. Each thought from beyond the vastness of space runs through us. Most have little or no effect. On the other hand, those with whom we've had a connection have a greater significance. Hence, friends and family still alive on the planet compel us to consider their entreaties even while we are in spirit form. Since we love and cherish them, the pull is all the stronger. Therefore, when loved ones leave their physical bodies, think well of them and tell them to enjoy their time of heaven. Do not try to feel you cannot live without them. Allow the newly departed space to orient themselves to their new environment. Lastly, note the absolute sanctity of free will. We, spirits who are on the path to be pure, have the right to transform ourselves from primitive to civilized as fast or slow as we choose, even if our choice hurts other people, hence the reason for cruelty and chaos on our globe. When we all rise in spirituality, then the earth will become a paradise. To fully understand your situation and your future on earth and in the spirit world, read my book, The Spirit Realm. Spiritism has revealed the reality of our existence. God bless.